What's going on, man?
Good night, good evening, and welcome to Spotlight. Of course, I'm Christopher Gill, and with me, the man himself,
Dennis T. Allen. It looked better TV there, boy. I thought it was just you doing the show tonight.
It looks so
That's
far
okay,
away.
man. How you doing, Trinidad and Tobago and the rest of the world? It's your boy, Dennis T. And Spotlight is going to be hot and sweaty.
As always.
Chris, earlier when I came...
I asked you to bring your camera in now.
Earlier when I came, we were previewing a video from one of the guests tonight's show.
All right.
And the whole place just flooded out. Tusts.
We have
Khalifa Phillip.
Khalifa Phillip. I cannot forget names, but we have Khalifa Phillip, and then we have two to three members of the National Basketball Champions.
Hoorah!
Hoorah! The police. Above them, I went in the locker room. I had to get that story. I went in the locker room and I say, hey, we're going on police. Not anything, I'm not biased or anything, but if all they really play to all their best, all they're supposed to beat Detour Shack Attack based on what I see.
Right.
So I can't comprehend how well they lost the first game. Men watch me hard, boy. Men say, who's this little red man coming
But they were lost. They were losing up till the third quarter, though, right?
Nah, in that second game, they always looked like they were going to win. They always looked like they were going to win.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They always, even though they were behind, they always looked like a team that was going to win.
All right.
You know, they were playing better basketball. They were just missing easy shots. And once they started to hit them, that was it. They just went from being behind to in front in about a quarter, and then that was it. They just accelerated away. And that was game 2. Game 3 was a whole different story. It was actually a fantastic game. I also want to say congratulations to Detour Shack Attack, because you talk about a team playing with heart, them play with real heart.
I found that as well.
Yeah, they played down to the wire, boy. They turned inside out. That was classic performance. So it really was a battle. If you miss it, hard luck.
How much was the final score in the last game?
I think it was 85-82.
Close. That is close.
Am I right?
Could be wrong.
82, I could be wrong. It's something that's only 3 points, wasn't it? They went to overtime, in game 3.
Right.
So that, yeah. Anyhow, we're going on. Change up the format of the show. We have 2 nice guests. We're going to talk about West Indies cricket in some detail. We have a report from CARICOM that was sent straight to us here
by Mr. Kendall Morgan, who is the program manager communications at the CARICOM Secretariat. And I want to say thank you, Mr. Morgan, for your very prompt response to this.
And note that we at Spotlight here, Mr. Allen and I, are serious journalists. Not them kind of jokey thing where man pulling up figures. I see some kind of nonsense, man pulling up about who rent a car for $27,000. Anyhow. I ain't going into that. Let me go. Let's begin with the local happenings. Central FC will be making the trip to Montego Bay in Jamaica for the Caribbean Football Union Club Championship Round 1 qualifiers after all. Based on reports in the newspapers, the team had budgeted $135,000 based on getting a subvention from government. I don't know if that is a good idea, but all right. But when the subvention was not forthcoming, I wonder, like if that's not an everyday occurrence, but... Come on, man, Brent. Even when he was minister, it wasn't forthcoming. I don't understand. You're not the minister now, next government in power, and you still thought it was forthcoming. That beaten me, but... When Brent was the minister, the subvention was hard to get. It wasn't timely. He's not the minister, and our next government in power, and he think he will get it in time. Brent, some kind of logic.
That's how your mother early one time.
Yeah, logic missing there. Anyhow. Managing director of the team, Brent Sancho, former Minister of Sport in the last government, says the team will leave minus the physio and a few members of the technical staff. The team will be hiring a physio in Jamaica as it will be more cost effective.
Right.
What do you want to see?
Central FC is one of the better structured clubs in the Pro League. And they definitely have a stronger branding. And I want to say that over the years, they've been building. And I see more progress and more potential. It was unfortunate that they had that issue with Marvin Oliver, but I think everyone has moved on past there.
I ain't sure, but the only man that seems to have moved on because
on the pitch.
Every time you look in the papers, the only man that look like he move on is Kevin Harrison. Yeah, AKA Flapper. Yeah, I know your nickname. But like, hey, move on now, Kevin. It's done. It's
time
done.
to let that go, buddy.
Yeah, time to let that go
and just let's get back to the football.
As we say, when you get to banker, you're tooting. Stop tooting our feelings. And
yeah, man. What's the next story there?
Tots and Tumblers Gymnastic Club has pledged its support for Thema Williams. This is rather interesting. The club, while competing in an event this weekend gone, had their members wear t-shirts that read, "We support Thema." There you see Thema. You know what I mean? I wonder if, Ms. Hines, you don't find that picture too revealing? I know you see morality, she's the new morality queen. Remember who was the woman years ago used to always be thing about morality on TV?
Marguerite Gordon?
No.
Oh, no, that's etiquette, not morality.
Yeah, Margaret is really cool, though.
Yeah, she is.
Another woman. There was
a Bond girl.
Yeah, I was another woman, I forget her name, something Gonzalez.
No.
She used to always be, anyhow. The new champion of morals and ethics in our society is now Georgette Hines. All right, where was I?
She's a real person?
I don't know.
Nobody seems to know.
But she says she has a daughter. That was the story she gave, that she had a daughter and she was looking for pictures of Thema and she came across the picture of Thema posing. And she was shocked and awed.
Hold on there, Chris. If you're on Twitter, I'm not getting out my phone number again. Too much stalker thing. Right?
Please.
But if you're on Twitter, hit me up at TT Game Plan, and tell me if this woman, Miss Hines or whatever her name is an actual real human being. Right. Because it doesn't sound that way to me.
Okay, real thing. And we support Thema. The Trinidad and Tobago Gymnastics Federation are yet to decide the fate of Thema and Marissa Dick for having topless pictures on social media. According to the newspaper reports, the Gymnastics Federation are trying to get a lawyer or other legal representative to carry out the hearing against the athletes.
For free. For free.
Listen.
Hey, what's that? For free.
I don't think there's
for no Trinidad and Tobago dollars whatsoever.
I don't think there's a lawyer out there after going through all of this that going to put his reputation at stake by saying, you know, yeah, I feel I could win that case, you know, but I'm not going to try and win that case.
My simple advice to the Gymnastics Federation is this.
Stop tooting.
Get on with the business of trying to move Trinidad and Tobago gymnastics onto primetime TV.
Yeah, stop tooting.
Thema Williams is that good. I believe she will represent Trinidad. I think she can do well. I think she can actually make some definite TV time. I think she can make a highlight or two. I'm not sure about the medal rounds. We need to be realistic, right? It's a team sport still. Thema is an excellent athlete. And she needs to get the support, not the fight down. So let's stop that nonsense. Forget all of that. Any lawyer in Trinidad and Tobago who go on jumping into that,
looking for trouble.
They're looking for trouble.
If I were any one of y'all, it ain't worth the money. Stay out of it.
Wait, hold on, Chris. We should tell them.
What's that?
If you're on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or anything, Chris and myself, we want to support Thema as well.
Yeah, we're going to support Thema.
I'm bringing out my cutoffs from Juve. Chris,
I'm going to post.
We're going to post topless.
I'm going to post topless.
Right, so look out on
Never before seen on television. We're going to post topless. All right. National League Club representatives are asking for clarification and are threatening legal recourse, whatever that means, on the Emailgate scandal involving the president of the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board, Azim Basarat, and his apparent comments on bowler Sunil Narain. Now, if you didn't hear it, there's Azim. It is being alleged that Mr. Basarat mocked Sunil Narain by saying, or emailing, or in an email, let him start to bowl. He was not turning that much in the first place. The straight ball and the faster one all the time, pelting. So far, Mr. Basarat has not met with any group and has denied the allegations.
This situation has gone past the surreal and into the realm of the ridiculous.
It should be
honestly.
Twilight Zone.
How could you, even in any capacity as a board member of the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board, talk about Sunil. Your whole reason for existence is the players. How you could be bad talking a player? What is that? Whether you were a cricketer back in the days when it had black and white TVs, whatever it was, these are the players. Now they deserve your support now, and you need to stop the nonsense.
And you know, even if that's your thought, right? Let's say that's your personal thought, right? You think, well, yeah, boy, but that man, I think he used to be pelting or whatever. There's a way to phrase that.
Indeed.
Right? If you're going to write it in some kind of formal way, in email or in a letter or whatever. And then the other thing I would always say to people is keep that thought to yourself among your friends. You know, man, keep it word to word. You know, say, yeah, boy, Chris Gill, I always thought he was pelting, you know, boy. And I might say, well, that's your opinion.
It's true, boy.
It's true, boy.
Yeah. Mango season.
Hey, we'll get Sunil. We had a call Sunil and then come. Poor fella.
Yeah.
He home.
Well, I'm not going to tell you he enjoyed that.
Yeah,
he'll be home for a while.
You'll be home for a while.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break because we're doing the show slightly different. When we come back, Khalifa Phillips is going to be here. She's going to talk about bodybuilding. We're going to show the video, right? So
don't go nowhere.
Don't go nowhere.
You want to see this.
You're looking at Spotlight. You're looking at V Sports Channel 14 on Flow, the best.